I'm going to teach you how to control your dreams, possibly tonight, using one of the coolest techniques ever. It literally allows you to enter directly from being awake, like you are now, into a dream. That's right, there's a way to actually do this. All you need to do is fall asleep with one thing on your mind. Watch the video and I'll teach you the exact steps so you can do this tonight and potentially experience an amazing lucid dream. This technique allows for some of the longest lucid dreams possible, and when done properly, it will take you under 20 minutes to enter the dream. It may seem crazy to go directly from the waking world into a dream, but it's easier than you think, and after enough practice, once you master how to do it, you can have lucid dreams very easily. If you are new to lucid dreaming and want to learn how to master this skill so you can control your dreams every single night and do whatever you want, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because I have tons of tutorials that you need to watch because they will help you out. Also, a very special announcement, I just created a second channel. If you want some bonus content, I have some huge plans for that channel, so if you don't want to miss out, make sure you subscribe. The technique I'm going to be teaching you is called WILD, or Wake-Induced Lucid Dreaming. I've talked about it before, but this video covers the best possible approach. Anyways, let's get started. You can use this technique anytime you're able to sleep, but I highly suggest using it in the middle of the night. This is because you are closer to a REM stage of sleep. Basically, if you fall asleep in the middle of the night, you'll slip into a dream right away, which is extremely important for this to work properly. Set an alarm around 6 hours after you normally sleep. Then, just go to bed, and the rest will follow. The alarm will wake you up, and now it's time to use the actual technique. Alright, so you're in bed, it's 3 a.m., and now it's time for you to enter directly into a lucid dream. For me, it works better the faster I sleep after waking up. But you can still get up, grab some water, read a little, just don't watch a movie or use your iPhone, or you will have problems falling asleep. When you're ready, lie in a comfortable position. You will be here for a while, so get comfortable. If you need to move, move. If you have an itch you need to scratch, scratch it. You will need to lie still for a while, so get all of these things out of the way. But again, don't overthink it. If you need to move, it's not the end of the world. As for your sleeping position, you can lie on your back, on your side, it really doesn't matter, as long as it's a position where you are not thinking about your body. Alright, so here's what you're about to do. You're going to trick your body into thinking it is asleep while your mind stays awake with full awareness. This will cause you to enter one of the most vivid lucid dreams possible. It sounds tricky, but there is a set of steps that you can follow to do this. And these are the steps. Close your eyes and focus on one specific thing, like your breathing or white noise in your room, like a fan or raindrops outside. This is called your anchor, and it is going to help you stay aware as your body falls asleep. Everybody's anchor is different. I can't tell you which one will work best, but just remember it should be something that you can focus on while falling asleep. It shouldn't keep you awake or distract you from your goal. If this happens, pick another anchor. On the screen, here is a list of my favorite anchors. Once again, everybody is different, but these are some good ideas that you can try. Alright, so you want to give this anchor attention as you drift off to sleep. Lie still, forget about your body, and let it fall asleep. Focus on your goal of lucid dreaming, and your anchor to keep your mind awake and aware. This part takes practice, because it's all down to balance, but if you can find that balance, you're going to be well on your way to lucid dreaming pretty much whenever you want. After a while, you will enter what is known as the hypnagogic state. This doesn't happen to everyone, but it is very common for you to start experiencing strange sensations. After all, you are falling asleep, you're just consciously aware of it. This means you might start having hallucinations, feeling sensations on your body, hearing noises like your name being called, and more. Do not focus on these things. Keep a clear mind. And I cannot stress this enough. This is where most people mess up, because the thrill of the experience snaps them out of it, and they lose all of their progress. If you get these hallucinations, you need to allow them to come and go without losing focus on your anchor. Remember that your goal is to have a lucid dream. Any other thought that enters your mind does not matter. including the things that might be happening around you. Ignore all distractions and you will be okay. And this includes sleep paralysis, which may or may not happen. Most people never experience sleep paralysis when attempting this technique, but if it does happen, it is nothing to worry about. It cannot hurt you in real life, and there are ways to escape it if you really need to. I've covered all these things in another video. If you're afraid of sleep paralysis, go watch it, but just know that it will not affect your progress. At some point, you will shift from the awake state to a dream state. The exact feeling of this is hard to describe with words, but eventually, if you stay comfortable and focus on your anchor, a dream will start to form. Don't focus on it or get too excited, just allow it to happen. Slowly, the dream will become clearer and clearer until it's time to enter it. When you feel ready, it's time to try a subtle reality check. A reality check is a way to test whether or not you're in a dream or the real world. The absolute best one I recommend is called lip breathing, because you don't need to move your body at all, and if you do it, you will instantly know whether or not the technique worked. The steps are very simple. Close your lips and try to breathe through them. If you can, and you start sucking in air even though your mouth is closed, congratulations, the technique worked and you are now lucid dreaming. You will now find yourself in the dream scene that formed earlier, but everything is more vivid and clear because, again, it's hard to describe, but you are actually there. You can move your legs and walk around while your body is asleep in bed because your mind is still awake but dreaming. And this is what fascinates me about this technique. The fact that you're actually able to do this, to enter a dream directly from the real world, is so cool, and it's definitely worth the practice. Once you've stabilized the dream so that you don't accidentally wake up, you can start doing whatever you want. This includes flying, spawning people, teleporting, or traveling around the world. Literally anything you can think of is possible. If this works, all I ask is that you smash like and subscribe because my channel has tons of tips on how to lucid dream, what to do in them, and more. If you're excited about this and want to have the best possible experience, I highly recommend watching some of my videos. The key to the wild technique is practice. It's all about balance, but if you practice this often, you will eventually succeed. This is because more practice equals more opportunities to adjust the technique and find the perfect balance to keeping your mind awake while your body is asleep. The more you adjust, the closer you will be to find your exact formula for success. Just remember that the worst that can happen is you accidentally falling asleep. There's always next night, and if you're watching this video, you've probably spent every other night of your life sleeping normally. So the worst outcome has literally been happening to you every single night. And even if you use the technique and fall asleep on accident, it is still possible to regain consciousness randomly in the dream and have a lucid dream. So just give it a shot. For the best chances of this working, I recommend learning ways to fall asleep quicker, because the faster you fall asleep in the middle of the night, the better. After all, dreaming requires sleep, and if you don't sleep, you won't dream, so it's kind of important. If you can't fall asleep, try things like using relaxation techniques before bedtime, like focusing on your breath, listening to music, relaxing, or reciting the entire United States Constitution. The wild technique is one of my favorites, and I definitely recommend you give it a shot. If you've tried this before, comment below and let